It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
So Avalanche Riders is not in the cube, but we're going to try and capture the spirit of Avalanche Riders and blow up a land, ideally with value critters, but any land destruction's good. I don't know if Fence can either. They all blur together. You're talking about the artifact deck that had like 3 Moxen? If you squint real hard, Sylvan Safekeeper is Avalanche Riders. Flicker Wisp can blink out a land for a turn. I think I'm going to take Channel here. Channel, the Eldrazi in the cube give you some access to land destruction, which is nice. I do like Springheart and Intuku and Eternal Witness. Too many trophies to recall? No, it's been a lot of cube all in a row. For people to be like, you remember this one deck? And I'm like, there's 3 decks like that this past week. I have no idea. No idea what you're talking about. I'm gonna grab that Copperline Gorge. Red-green's pretty good for lane destruction. You can set up Red and 6 Strip Mine type stuff. Hey, Mycospawn. And Channel gives us colorless lands. Perfect. Turn 1, Birds of Paradise. Turn 2, Channel, kick Mycospawn. Not even that bad, huh? Mycospawn is definitely the most Avalanche Riders card in the cube. Oh, I remember. I know why I'm so fucking hungry. I have a sandwich in the fridge. I had a super early meal today because I didn't eat my late night snack last night, so I woke up hungry. My whole system's out of whack. So I've just been sitting here wondering why I'm hungry. Not smart. I'm going to select my next pick, and then I'm going to run and go grab a sandwich. That's what I'm going to do. What type of sandwich? The good kind. With good stuff on it. It's got, like, salsa turkey, chipotle mayo. Oh, man. Not a very LD heavy pack, is it? I'll just let the Crater Hoof ride here. Alright, BRB. Upheaval is lane destruction in a very loose sense. A very loosey-goosey sense. I like that Cub deals with lands. Like it plays well with the Mycospawn here. Lands matter stuff. Yeah, I got spinach here, black olives, bacon, provolone, tomato. I think there's some jalapenos in here too. Not very lane destructy, is it? Crucible and Ramen Up are in the cube, yeah. It's one of the reasons I'm trying to force into green. That's a really solid sandwich. I agree. I get it often. Looks like I got some red onions in here. Too bad Ephemerating Mycospawn does nothing. Could do something if we get Eternal Witness, but I'm just going to grab Garden, I think. We don't currently have the Eternal Witness. You said black olives are terrible? I think they're great. Maybe Thalia made sense with the Landy step. Maybe the tax made thematic sense. I'm gonna grab this Deathrite. Safekeeper can be involved with with land loops, but those loops aren't destroying your opponent's lands. They're just like recurring them for yourself. Not really the same thing. Whereas Deathrite Shaman's ability like actively works well with land destruction. Assuming we get to do any of that. Guess I'll continue with the Nile lands. Yeah, we've done land destruction stips with these versions of the cube. And it is certainly difficult, but not impossible. Just like before, you would get like 3 or 4 cards per pack that blew up lands, and some of them masked land destruction. Now you've got like 1 or 2 cards per pack, huh? Sometimes you have to get a little creative. That doesn't make it a bad step. Just a little tricky. I don't think we are a good Flage deck. The life gain is good with Channel, but that's kind of where it starts and ends. With Flage, you want cards going to your graveyard. Oh, I guess there's the Wayfinder. You're right, I might be underselling it. So we're going to take Wasteland over Mox Derby here. And the Microspawn can hit a land while tutoring up Wasteland. Wasteland makes colorless for the Microspawn. Yeah, that's a good point, too. Let's get this Wooded Foothills, make the death rate a little better. There we are. So, like, Ulamog doesn't look like an Avalanche Riders, but it does say when you cast this spell, destroy target permanent. And if you're casting it and destroying a land, like, I don't know how that's not an Avalanche Riders, right? With that channel for it and everything. The Halfling's another source of colorless mana. I think I'm into it. Looking at Stomping Route, 6 and Green Sun Zenith. Let's grab 6 here. Could help me find the Wasteland. Atali can let you get a cast trigger off Ulamog. Metamorph is good with Atali, but it's not really good with Microspawn and Ulamog. Think about Reclaimer to find Wasteland. Think about Commercial District. Depends on the stip infested. Generally, I'm trying to achieve the spirit of the stip. I'm doing my best to win, but with the stip's intent, right? Excuse me. I also don't want to be an asshole, like slow roll opponents and such. I like the Once Upon a Time and the Ballborn. I guess I'll take the once. Avalanche Riders has haste. Yeah. Yeah, I usually just count Once Upon a Time as a land. Great Skyfish. There's a Thespian stage in this pack too, We're certainly set up well for it with this Proclaimer. City of Traders taps for Microspawn really well, though. I guess it's nice to have a way to win. Well, that throat singing wasn't Tuvin style throat singing either, Spawn. I don't think you can go too deep on that because we don't know what their style of singing was like at all, right? It's all fantasy. And they were pretty multicultural. Kind of wanted that lizard over the woodland. Didn't grab it in time. There is a little bit of that King of Swede, but it's mostly about the technique. With Tuvin style throat singing, you're like very specifically getting a sound from like lower in your diaphragm and stuff. And a lot of people that use throat singing in North America just kind of like fuck around and figure something out and do it in a way that's like not quite the same thing, and could, in some cases, could potentially damage their vocal cords. Just like if you're scream singing wrong or something. Tuvin, like that whole, there's that whole like pacing and like song structure and stuff too. Like there's a whole like cultural thing wrapped up. It goes beyond technique. I think I'm just grabbing that Rumble hum. One more way to find Wasteland and such, or potentially Ulamog to channel out. No LD here. Maybe I want any removal at all. Nah. Hey, there's the Ren and 6. Nice. So let's see. Thespian Stage, Wasteland, and Delighted Halfling are my colorless sources currently. Wouldn't mind more. I like the Plateau. I like the Fireball too. Currently we like Splashing for Flage. Probably fair. If this song wasn't 8 minutes long, well, maybe it's better that it's 8 minutes long. I was thinking it would be a fun one for karaoke. Rattlesnake, 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 rattlesnake. Very low on playables here. Looking at Reprieve, looking at Nissa. Battlesphere is like sort of something to play off channel. Sort of. Yeah, let's grab Nissa. Being able to disenchant mana rocks plays well with the LD plan. This is not a very good Wheel of Fortune deck. Maybe I'll put Arwen in here. Marry her off to a Jackrabbit. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Well, Dark Depths is like more of a spell than land. Where does that put us? Yeah, we've seen another couple playables. That's not bad. Couple of tokens for staff. Make a Dark Depths token, get a staff counter. But there's also like Jacked Rabbit, Malevolent Rumble. Is that enough? Nissa. I kind of want the Chandra. I'll just take the Chandra. Too bad we didn't get a fast bond, huh? The Jorked Rabbit is great. Oh, yeah. Love Jorking my rabbit. Maybe I need Absent just to like have any interaction at all. Maybe. Can I get Craterhoof? Seems a tad off plan. Yeah, I think that staff would have been good. A little worried about Chandra exiling, like, Wasteland or Depths or something. This could just be a DATCOM. Typically, I count Once Upon a Time as a land and Dark Depths as a spell, so this works. This would be 7 red, 6 white. That's only 8 green. I guess our mana is better than it looks, thanks to the Once Upon a Time and such. I'll play another forest in here. Three-land hand with a duel and cast a Reclaimer and nothing else. Your bid is 10 lands destroyed? That's so many lands. That's just a stupid amount of lands. Hey, Triplin, thanks for gifting us Sob. Congratulations to Cool Cato. If we channel out an Ulamog and the opponent concedes, then yeah, they conceded to your Avalanche Riders. That's a land. They conceded 2 of the land destruction, right? They're not conceding to nothing. I'm a good Deathrite Shaman, but I'll grab the mountain here. Playing that spell kept them from activating Saga. Don't know about all that, Don't know about all that. Playing the Portico there kind of locked me into playing Arwen next turn. That's okay. Song is catchy. When I saw them live, they came out like blasting this song. It was a blast. You're late, Wasteland. Up the count! Yeah, I could have staged the Wasteland. Yeah, the one time I saw Dark Depths tokens trading combat, both players had a Shadow Spear. I think I just gotta make it 2020. You know, so I don't die. Throwing away the flyer is interesting. They must have an answer to the 2020, huh? The count is not 3. If you counted your own lands, this would be a very different step. Because now they don't have the mana to make another flyer, right? Oh, I guess they're over 20, though. They can take a Mirage hit. Maybe that's part of it. Kind of need to do this, huh? Gaining 15 life. Oh, they can do more. They can do more. They can make a Retrofitter Foundry token and equip Skull Clamp. And then they'll gain enough to live through my Mirage hit. But they need to do both those things and then live at 1. Oh, we have that map token too. Left opponent damage on the table. Only 1 land destroyed. I wonder if there is a way to, like, have prolonged the game to get up to Myco Spawn that wouldn't have been just slow rolling. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Master Mike, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 49 months there. Hashtag Team Iron Man, or am I too late? A little late, Master Mike, a little late there. What was the other one? Captain America? God, those movies are so long ago. Feels like a different lifetime. It's weird to think about caring about the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It really is a different lifetime ago. Tear? Yeah, Tear should have come in for sure. I missed it. How many cards can destroy lands here? We have 3 different cards that fit the bill for lane destruction. Wasteland, Ulamog, and Myco Spawn. Ulamog and Myco Spawn are very Avalanche Riders-y too, which is nice, because that was the stip. Powers Clandestine. Boo-doo-doo. I think I'm just fetching a tapped Jetmir's Garden here, actually. I wanted to play the Deathrite Shaman, and then I realized I don't have, like, a Taiga or anything. I was like, alright, well. Kind of wonder if I should have gone Deathrite Shaman plus Expedition map. And then even if they answer the Deathrite Shaman, the map could have tutored up Wasteland on the next turn to answer this Saga. Probably correct, Tom. Oh yeah, Tamlin? My grandpa was a Mason. Or I'm sorry, not my grandpa, my great-great-grandpa. And he was, like, real secretive about it. Like, he just never told his family what he was doing or what was going on or anything. So they only figured out that he was a Mason when a bunch of them showed up at his funeral. I never met the guy. Doesn't sound like I was missing much. What? I don't even know if the line was better, Daggerhawk. What the fuck kind of question is that? Hello. Oh, it doesn't quite work. To be hasty. Because we can't play the Arena of Glory and activate it and have the double green for channel here. No, no! They knew the Ulamog was coming. They conceded to the threat of the Mog. God, it was just gonna be like the perfect fucking Avalanche Riders, right? Because the Arena of Glory was gonna be able to give it haste. Because the Deathrite Shaman gives me that green, so I activate the Deathrite Shaman for a green or a red. And then the Jetmir's Garden can go into the Arena of Glory, and you actually have like the full Avalanche Riders experience where you blow up a land on casting and then it gets to serve. Kind of a weird concession, right? They have Grist and Retrofitter going, and it's like scooping here, I guess, to the Sylvan Library. We do get to up the land count, I guess. Feel a little cheated, but that's fine. That's fine. Oh yeah, Striker Dust. The when I saw Judas Priest, the lead singer is like in his 80s, so he was clearly like old man dancing and stuff. But I was still impressed that he like hit the high notes and came out on his motorcycle, you know. And the man like recovered from throat cancer. You gotta imagine that like they could just be chilling, you know. They could just be enjoying themselves, but they're still out there rocking out for their fans. Gotta respect that a little bit. Doomwake, thanks for the raid. How's your stream, Doom? Y'all follow Doom if you're not. This fetch is very annoying, huh? Makes this Ren and 6 a little less good. I've seen that a few times where people like bait with the fetch here. But like if they crack the fetch on their turn, I guess doubling the counters from 1 to 2 doesn't really matter. Not really an advantage. Yeah, that's the other thing about Judas Priest is like their new albums are actively good. That's another impressive thing. Oh, farts. So that's why they were chilling on the fetch, Bill and Cub spraying counters around. Hey, Chittering Rats, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 31 months. Arwen's usually a pretty good brick, but that's a 6/6 trampler. That's only going to get larger. Does Halfling this turn do anything for me next turn? Sort of, huh? Gross. I think that probably locks it up. I don't really have removal in this deck. So 3, 4, go up to 9. I guess. No, that's not on board. They activate Bill, right? They can do that with the Cradle now. Okie doke. I'll bring in March and Static Prison, I guess. Don't really love either. This deck's like not high on white sources. I'll cut Woodland and play a Plains, I guess. Fireball looks awesome. Got Rabbit here. Not really a Rabbit deck. Yeah, I want to fetch the Tri-Land, but I should probably fetch the Surveil Land, huh? Try and get my second mana source for the Wren. Look at my mana real quick. Yeah, it's probably just grabbing Lush Portico here. Triumph sounds better. What do you do when you don't fucking hit? What do you do then? Oh my god. Alright. Alright, we'll keep on top. Opponent's got quite the aggressive start. We don't have a lot of turns to waffle here. It's like this or next turn, I guess. To hit a forest. Yeah, we did get Wasteland in there, didn't we? So far, 3 LDs, but they're all from just straight up Wastelands. No recursion and no value creatures. I think it basically has to be this turn for the channel to work. Nice. And I might still just be dead, but at least we get to destroy a land here, huh? Yeah, because the Guide of Souls just jumps something. But at least they won't concede in response. Why isn't it casting it? There's another one. Yeah, so we are dead on board here, of course, but we did get to blow up another land, and that is its own reward for the stip. Yeah, it doesn't matter. No, this is taking a while. You win. You have they can't like forget their guide trigger. It'll let them know when they attack. Like, oh, do I attack with this? Oh, what do I do? It's like, let's serve. Is this it? Is this the perfect LD hand? Really needed a untapped green duel, huh? Kind of looks like it's just going to be a stupid Dark Depths game. Activating Dark Depths now plays around Wasteland. It plays into like white removal spells, but it does play around Wasteland. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Crundle the Great ASIP. Thanks for the sob. Thanks for sharing that prime. The perfect counter to the stip. Yeah, right? That 3-minute 2/3. We had the March. There's like sort of an answer. We could have spent our whole turn exiling it. Tried to set something up. Hard to say no to the wind. Just fucking right there in your hand, though, huh? Hand looks slow as shit. And, like, not a fast shit either. Like, one a real, like... You know, it's supposed to lead on Portico and then just march something on Tomb. Stip over win? Yeah, but it's not like we had a land destruction spell, Hand Eater, so I didn't win instead of destroying a land. They had no non-basics, Daiko. I don't know what you expect Wasteland to do when your opponent's sitting there with a couple basics. Fun little song. I like the vocal trills in there. Oh, I should have added white hum. Undo, undo. Yeah, not one you get to undo because it's not a mana ability. But if I make white there, I can exile the Hierarch, which would have been good. Good use of my mana. 6 is interesting. It's like that or Cub plus land drop. Let's just play the 6 out. You're fine, Daiko. Ride 6 versus Ren in 6. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Farm Dog Millionaire. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 18 months. The Ren isn't pinged, so you don't want to block that. Hasn't activated yet this turn. The question is whether I Thespian stage the Wasteland or not here. Because if I don't, I can march the Ignoble Hierarch and prevent the opponent from, like, popping off that way. I think I like that. And then I guess I exile it right now. The Deathrite Shaman mitigating the red and 6 rebuy is, like, oddly satisfying in the context of this stip, Is that a lane count, LD count of 5? I wonder if this game will go long enough that I can get up to Myco Spawn. Oh, I got up the count, We're up to 6. This is kind of what we needed, No, my thing. How was using that? And we get to kick the Myco Spawn. Nice. Yeah, it's up to 7. If the land destruction is on the stack, it counts. Because they are scooping to the land destruction. Not bad, not bad. 7's hard in this queue. You basically need a Wasteland or something. And 2 match wins, yeah.